Hey guys, it's Kitten, and I hope my voice sounds super fucking awesome and good and crisp and just good. It's because I got myself a new microphone. Yay! So, I got a Blue Yeti microphone. I know that there's like a bunch of memes and I don't even know. There's a lot of complaints about the Blue Yeti microphone on the internet, but I don't give a shit. But it is like the only reason I got it is because it's a hell of a lot better than any of my old ones. And my old ones, most of them were gifts, but they were all like $20 Amazon mics. So there was always something wrong with them. So I decided to actually put the budget in and get a actual good microphone. And the Blue Yeti has always been like a good microphone, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to update you guys on, life. So much has fucking happened in the last 2 months. It's insane. Like, seriously, you have no idea. For one, when was he born? Shit. In November. Somewhere around in November. I don't know when. But my sister gave birth to a child. I say that weirdly. I'm sorry. But yeah, I have a nephew now. So that's weird. I say that like I don't like the child. I love the child. I love so much love for this child. But it's new because, none of my siblings have ever had children before. So this is new. He's sweet and adorable and squishy and expressive. He's very expressive with his eyes. It's kind of cute. It is cute. It's not kind of cute. That's one main big part of my life that has changed. More so for my sister, less so for me. But I'm still an aunt now, so that's different. Also, the fact that I actually have a part-time job now, which is, it did currently fucking kill me for 2 weeks because I had to work New Year's Eve, New Year's, and Christmas. The only day I had off that was a holiday was Christmas Eve. So merciful of them, isn't it? And yeah, but yeah, like it's been killing me the past 2 weeks. Like, I've been consistently working so fucking much since pretty much the weekend of Christmas. I don't know what days those were, but I think you understand what I mean. Like the weekend right before Christmas is when it started, and like since then it's like been fucking busy until last night or yesterday morning. Now it's like super slow and I love it, and I have like 3 days off and it's great. And then I only work the weekend. I know it's less money, but I was dying. I was legit dying. So that's a good thing that has happened. It's not a good thing that's happened. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, I just don't want to work right now. I went out today, yes, but today has been very chill. And I like it. I do not like to be constantly working all the time. It sucks. But speaking of this fucking job, I have so many stories. Not just stories, but rants about people. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you where I work, the name of the company, any of the names of my coworkers or bosses. I'm gonna keep that shit out. My dog is scratching the back of my, not the back of my mic, the back door. But yeah, I'm gonna keep everything very, very vague. But there's some things that I really, really, really want to talk about. The tea, so to speak. There's just some things that I'm like, I know that I could work better on, but there's some things, not just like gossipy that I want to talk about, but also like spiritual shit I want to talk about where I work. Spoiler alert, that shit's super haunted. Anyway, I've mentioned this in one of my community posts that like where I work is like mega haunted. It's awesome. Sarcasm. Anyway, so that's been a problem that I've had to deal with, being spiritually attacked and shit. So that's fun. I have to deal with that when I'm at work. So yeah, there's that. There's that stories, those kind of like stories I want to talk about are like, they're not even stories, they're just, I want to talk about it. And then just other coworkers that I just want to talk about my other coworkers. Some are really nice and great and I like them. Some not so much. Just saying. I'm very picky with people that I like. I'm not gonna lie. Just saying. But again, like these are gonna be like stories for other videos. And I was maybe thinking about loosely animating those. And I stress the word loosely. Like a prostitute's vagina. Vagina. I don't know why I did that. Vaginas. Anyway, that's definitely not the only news besides the baby and job. Just in general, other stuff has happened that I'm not going to get into because I don't want to talk about it. That's other news that I'm not going to put public and shit. What else? What else do I want to put? I was planning on like just talking about my nephew a lot in this video, but I was just like, it could be a whole different video. I mean, I'm planning on actually doing a video just for him, where I'm directly talking to him when he's older, so that's gonna be fun. So yeah, there's not much really else besides like, I'm an aunt now, I have a job that's killing me. Oh, one thing I really want to mention is I got a new phone. A lot of you don't know that I actually have never had a smartphone, and I say that in quotes because I technically had a iPod Touch, which I treated like a smartphone, pretty much. Like I did everything with it you would normally do with an iPhone, except I couldn't like text or call people, but everything else like I was able to do. The only things that like kind of restricted me was that the iPod was out of date and only was on like the 9th update. For those of you that don't know, like the latest update for Apple is like 11 or 12, and I was 9, so that's pretty old in Apple years, I guess. Also, like my iPod wasn't able to take a lot of the more advanced stuff well. It would always crash, like apps would crash all the time. But with this new phone, I'm able to actually do things I wasn't able to do, especially like actual phone shit, like texting without Wi-Fi, which is great, but also like uploading a video to Instagram. Like I could not do that with my iTouch because it would crash every single goddamn time. I was not able to do that with my iTouch, but I can now. I bring this up because I do want to actually use the Instagram story feature on Instagram for my Instagram. I mean, today, like it's not going to be there when I put this up, but I already like did it a few times and it actually loaded. It didn't crash for once. And I kind of mainly wanted to do the Instagram stories thing because I really want to actually get comfortable again with my face on camera. And that's something I haven't done in many months, many moons. So if you really want to actually see me more, probably the best place to go right now is probably Instagram. So pretty much saying like, if you want to see me more, Go to Instagram. Here's my handle. Boop. Okay, there it is. You're welcome. You can go to it now. Okay, bye. Not really bye. Anyway, onward to the next thing I want to talk about. Something I really, really want to address. Actually, first off, I should probably address the lack of videos. If I'm honest, I am literally I've been in the middle of recording a tarot card video for 2 months now. The last 2 files I need to record are still on my floor waiting to be recorded, if I'm honest. So that still needs to happen. Like I said, I've just been dead with work. Anyway, I really wanted to address the lack of videos. I've been planning videos for the last 2 months of not doing them. So I have videos, not only tarot card videos, but also entertainment type videos where I talk about stuff and make it entertaining. Not like this one. Yeah, I'm planning on doing stuff. I haven't yet because literally it's the day after the 2 weeks of hell. So I'm a little, give a sister a break. I'm good for a few days. I need this breather. Don't worry about me making videos. I mean, it's a new year. I kind of I really want to actually start back into it, even though I'm gonna be still working. It's been 2 months. I mean, I'm gonna get that balance eventually. As long as I take care of myself, actually, because I've been failing to do that last 2 weeks. So if I take care of myself and don't stress the fuck out, I'll be able to do this more. But anyway, don't be looking out every week kind of video thing. Yeah. That's just something I've been dealing with, I guess. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk about my Patreon for a second. I've literally had a Patreon open and made for many a moons now. I only have one Patreon from this wonderful lady, Lily, who makes comics. And she's amazing. And she makes porny, smutty art, and it's great. And we've talked a little bit, and it's nice. She's nice. She's great. So I followed her Patreon, and she followed mine because, she's great. Anyway, she's only Patreon, and I literally don't do anything in it. But anyway, speaking of that, I feel kind of guilty that I don't do anything for her, and she's the only one on there. But I've been kind of tossing around this idea, blame her, pretty much. She's kind of, because she has a Patreon, I've just kind of looked hers over and been thinking, and I've told her and shared with her my writing and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, she fangirled a bit. It was great. So I've just been thinking the Patreon I have now is I've been struggling to know what to put on it. When I first made it, it was completely different from what it is now. I had 5 tiers instead of 3, and then I just reduced it to 3, and I just, my problem is I don't know exactly what to offer you guys. I mean, the most expensive tier I have is a $15 monthly tier for tarot card sessions. Just one a month. Just one for $15. But I know that's a really good deal considering a lot of other tarot readers. But I don't know, I think it just didn't seem enough to me. So I was just thinking maybe adding my writing into Patreon. But this is where I'm just I don't know how to add it because, there's copyright issues and stuff, and my writing is not copyrighted. I do have a Wattpad. For those of you that don't know what Wattpad is, it's pretty much like a website where you can essentially put your writing, your books, chapter by chapter, and you can copyright it. I say it with quotes because I don't actually know if it's actually copyrighted, protected by law, but again, like I copyright my writings on there. So there's that. I have 2 stories on there that I have not updated past 1 or 2 chapters, mostly because I just haven't felt inspired, and those books aren't exactly stories that I feel most compelled to write. I have 2 other books that I feel more compelled to write, which is a Scottish time travel book and then a sci-fi alien one. Those I've written a lot more of, and I'm a lot more passionate about those, but I just haven't shared them, mostly because like I have this like idea in my head that I want to like publish those first and like in like actual books and sell them rather than like sharing them on the internet, if that makes sense. That's like my thing is like I could actually put those on Wattpad and have those as a thing on my Patreon, or like maybe not put them on Wattpad but just like have like sell my books essentially on Patreon, through Patreon, to my Patreons. And I've thought about that. I've really thought about that, but I don't know how to go about that, because my writing, if I'm honest, is like the one thing that's a constant enjoyment of mine. Like I really love reading and writing romance. Like that's my thing. It has been for years, like since high school. And even before then, like I was always into writing. Not necessarily romance, but still into writing. So like writing is my like thing. So I just like, I like, that's just something I've been kind of mulling over in my head. I just was never sure how to apply it to Patreon because of the copyrights and my idea of like publishing it with an actual publisher first and getting like tours and stuff, but that's just like the ideal image in my head for it, which I mean I would love to have that happen, but I mean I would rather people actually read it and enjoy it without the great publisher and stuff like that. And with Patreon, I don't have to be pressured to finish the book before I like submit it, if that makes sense, because none of my books are finished. That's one constant thing that is a constant with my writing. I can't finish shit, but you know, eventually I will. Maybe this Patreon thing will help because you know I'm getting paid for it. So yeah, that's one thing that's been kind of in my head. Please tell me what you think. My dog is growling. Please, oh boy. Please tell me what you think about that Patreon idea, because that's honestly something I've been seriously thinking about. So yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much it. Been talking for an hour. It's great. So I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I hope you like this new microphone. Okay, bye.